If you have been looking for an apartment recently, then you know the struggle. Rent is expensive right now.
The rent is too damn high.
So in this week's 2-Minute Tuesday, we're going to talk about 3 ways that you can get cheaper rent, or at least try to negotiate your rent so you can have something a little bit less expensive than what the market is showing you. Also, just for some context, I'm going to let you know why rent has been going up for the last couple years and why it's going to continue to go up in the next couple years. Let's start the clock. So in the last couple years, rent has gone up, it's been going up, and it's going to continue to go up for the next couple years. When have you ever heard of rent going down anyway? Since the pandemic ended, rent prices have been increasing at a rapid rate. So initially, during the pandemic, they were offering a lot of incentives to get people to rent their apartments, especially luxury apartments. I mean, the discounts were huge, but now it's over for that balling. Rent prices have been going up pretty crazy, and those discounts gone. Chances are, if you've been looking for a new apartment to rent, then you know the struggle of trying to find something somewhat affordable. In fact, New York is the most expensive place to rent in the entire US. It's so expensive that the median rent for 1 bedroom in New York is $2,810. $2,810. That means if you were to sign a 1-year lease, that's $33,720. Do you know what you can buy with $33,000? $33,000 can get you over half a Bitcoin. $33,000 can get you 3,990 Chipotle chicken bowls with guac. $33,000 is enough to buy a Tesla Model 3. And $33,000 is enough for a 3.5% down payment using FHA on an $800,000 home and still have $5,000 left over. It's expensive. The rent is expensive. So why are rent prices going up so high? Well, basic is supply and demand. Now, one reason why the demand is high is because people that were attempting to buy a house are officially priced out now and they have no choice but to rent. Another reason why prices are going up is because of the eviction moratorium. Nobody's moving, right? So if nobody's moving, there's no vacancies. If there's no vacancies, that means there's low supply, even though demand remains high. There's a limited amount of vacancies, a limited amount of apartments that are available, so everyone is pretty much rushing to the same exact apartments. So now you have a problem of low supply and high demand, which increases prices. When items such as lumber, kitchen appliances such as microwaves, refrigerators, or bathroom tiles, sheetrock, anything you can name of, when those go up in price, the owner charges it back to the tenant in rent. Alright, so now that we know why rent has been going up, what can you do about it? Rent is something that goes up every year, but there are things that you can do to help you negotiate a better rent price. One thing you can do is purchase a home. That way you won't have to deal with any annual rent increases because there is no rent, it's a mortgage. And chances are, if you're purchasing a home, you'll lock in a 30-year fixed rate. That way, you know exactly what your monthly payment will be every month. But if you are not interested in purchasing a home and you like the apartment lifestyle, there is 3 things that you can do to make things a little bit more affordable or let you negotiate a little bit better when it comes to renting an apartment. One thing that you can do is move during the winter. December and January are low demand months because nobody wants to move when it's cold. So take advantage of this time and try to negotiate with the owner because they know demand is low and it's a better opportunity to get into an apartment when not that many people are looking. Number 2, another thing that you can do is see if the owner offers any discounts for a longer term lease. A longer term lease can mean a discounted rate. Instead of that price that you would pay at 1 year, ask if they have a discount for a 2-year lease instead, especially if you like the location and you plan to be there long term. And number 3, have your realtor pull comps of similar apartments in the neighborhood. That way you have some ammo to work with when you go to negotiate for this apartment. So you can say, hey, I know you want $2,000 for this 2-bedroom, but this 2-bedroom up the block rented for $1,950 and it's pretty similar. What can we work out? And that's 3 things that you can do to try to get cheaper rent. See you in the next video. This is definitely going to be 2 minutes.